Hello, I'm Brent Bair, Managing Director of the Road Commission for Oakland County. Did you know that Oakland County, Michigan has some of the safest roads anywhere? It's true. The fatality rate in Oakland County is one of the lowest in the world for an area our size and population. So what's a fatality rate? Well, that's the number of deaths per 100 million vehicle miles of travel. Now, Oakland's roads weren't always that safe. As you can see from this bar chart, back in 1967, there were 206 fatalities on roads in Oakland County. But by 2009, it was down to 53. That's a 74% reduction in fatalities. Now you need to take a look at what happened in this county over that same 42 years. First of all, the population more than doubled, from 600,000 to more than 1.2 million. And the number of jobs more than tripled. That means that some of those jobs had to be filled by people coming from outside the county. In fact, ultimately, over 300,000 people began commuting into Oakland County to fill those jobs. That means that the law enforcement agencies and the road agencies had to deal with not only Oakland County's population and motorists, but an additional 300,000 motorists as well. And yet the fatalities went down 74%. And the fatality rate? The fatality rate went down to 94%. As you can see, back in 1967, Oakland County's fatality rate was higher than that of the state and the nation. But by 2009, Oakland's fatality rate was less than half the state rate and a little more than a third of the national rate. The state and national rates went down, but Oakland's rate went down much, much more, and all during a period of dramatic growth in population, traffic, and travel. So what brought about this reduction in fatalities, this improvement in highway safety in Oakland County? Well, the first thing that happened was in 1967, the Traffic Improvement Association of Oakland County was created, TIA. It was created by top community and academic and business leaders, including representatives of the big three auto industry. And the goal was to reduce human and economic loss due to traffic crashes and improve mobility in the county. Now there are three factors in a traffic crash: the driver, the vehicle, and the roadway. TIA chose to focus on the driver and the roadway to improve safety in the county. In their efforts at focusing on the driver, they chose education and enforcement. They did training programs for law enforcement officers to improve crash data collection. They developed marketing materials for safety belt use and alcohol programs. They prepared the nation's first model of police traffic policies and procedures to ensure uniformity in enforcement. And their alcohol enforcement team project, that's the longest standing federal grant program in the nation funded by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In terms of their focus on the roadway, they turned to engineering services and enhanced crash data analysis capabilities. They provide engineering services to schools and small communities. And enhanced crash data analysis was developed for road agencies and engineering consulting firms. Now the second major change that occurred in Oakland County to bring about this dramatic improvement in highway safety was the adoption of safety as #1 priority of the largest road agency in the county, the Road Commission for Oakland County. That occurred in early 1978. After 1978, far more resources were focused at improving safety. Using TIA data, safety improvements became part of road project selection, project design, and maintenance activities. More extensive safety reviews were conducted than ever before. Each year, the top 50 ranked intersections and segments, ranked by TIA data based on frequency and severity, were reviewed. And staff would look for long-term solutions to totally correct the situation, and also something we called interim actions. If the location needed to be reconstructed, but funds were not available, staff was charged with looking for additional signing or pavement marking or other improvements that could be done to make this location safer for the time being. Employee involvement was also identified as something that the Road Commission needed. At that time, there were over 500 employees, and all of them represented potential road inspectors who could identify and report road problems on their trips to and from work, or in the evenings, or on weekends. The Road Commission and the cities and villages also built safety into its project selection process for use of federal funds. The agencies have used a point system for decades to rank projects by their level of importance or need. Safety was given the highest number of points. That meant that in over 30 years, over $750 million of federal funds were spent with the safety emphasis. Now, it hasn't all been the Road Commission. The communities have been doing their part as well. A good example, the city of Novi. The Novi Police Department in 2009 received an award for excellence in traffic safety. The Novi Police Department, using TIA data, analyzed all of their major intersections, and through selective enforcement was able to reduce crashes by almost 15%. Clearly, the communities have been doing their part. Now, some people look at all of these achievements and say, well, Oakland County is a wealthy county, they can afford to do all these extra things. But there wasn't extra money to do it. The Road Commission for Oakland County simply took their existing funding and spent it differently. Spent it with an emphasis on safety. None of that had to do with the per capita income of the population. It was just the way we did business differently. You know, think about it. Some of the people whose lives we saved went on to become parents and even grandparents. That means that today there are people in Oakland County who would not have been born had we not improved highway safety in the county. I'd like to extend my thanks to the Traffic Improvement Association, the staff of the Road Commission for Oakland County, and our communities for their part in making Oakland County's roads so much safer for all of us. Thanks for watching.